How's it guys, and Sharma here. So today I have came up with another video on my channel Little Clue. So if you're new to my channel, I would like to tell you that I create videos for you on educational topics. And on this video, in this video I will cover which computing device should you buy. And in this I will tell you about I'll be covering about the various kinds of computing devices and which fits you the best and which should you buy according to the parameters. We are going to distinguish between all the kinds of the computing device which are present. So let's quickly start our video. So now in this slide we are going to learn how many computing devices are present around us. So there are basically six kinds of computing devices, and they are laptops, desktops, workstation, tablet, and two-in-one. And two-in-ones are just like the laptops which can become like tablets too. And the sixth kind of computing device, which is the latest one, the Chromebooks. In this video we are going to uh, compare all these kinds of computing devices and learn which computing device you should buy. So let's quickly move on to the next slide. So in this slide, and you are able to see a table in which there are five kinds of computing devices, and we are going to compare each of them by 13 parameters which you are able to see on my screen. So let's start. So the first one, which is the Chromebooks, let's talk about its use case. So its use case are like it's just made for light work like browsing internet, sending emails, or video conferencing, online meetings, and light work. We can say that it's made for light business work. And now the second one is of laptops. So in the laptops generally it's used in corporates and for sending emails, and MS Office is there, and we can also do usual gaming, some gaming in the laptops. Like in the gaming laptops there are specialized laptops in which we can game a special kind of game, and it's just having a medium workload. We can put we can use it for medium workload. And the second one, it is the desktop. So it's second only to the workstation, and it's used in corporate call centers and also used by coders. And in this we can also use the highest performing apps which are very high demanding. And the next one, which is the workstation, so they are powerful desktops. So they are used for video editing, media streaming, heavy coding, and testing of apps and other things, heavy testing, and any powerful use case for a single user only. If you are in a requirement of multiple user, then you should be looking at the servers. Now if we talk about the tablets, so the tablets are the lowest performing computing devices in these all. So they are similar to like the Chromebooks only, but for they are used for browsing internet, email browsing, and online meetings. Also we can click photos and see all our photos in that tablet. So now if we move on to the second parameter, which is the battery. So in the Chromebook, it's a very long battery life in it, as the Chromebook is not having much workload in it, and this is the reason why it is having long battery life. And its OS is also light. In other things like laptops, desktops, and workstation, it's generally using Windows or Mac or Linux. So in these kind of if they are using Windows, so Windows is a very power consuming battery consuming OS, so it consumes most of the battery. And now if we move on to the laptop, so it's having a good battery according to the model, and also according to the age of that laptop. Now about the desktop, so it's not having any battery backup like that, so you have to buy a separate UPS for the desktop if the light goes on, so that your data is not lost, it's saved. And for the workstation, it's similar to the desktop, only that you have to buy a UPS separately. Now the tablet, we talk about the tablet, so it's having the longest battery life. And now OS, let's move on to the fourth parameter, which is the OS. So in the Chromebook, uh, it's using Chrome OS, a very light OS, as I told you in the battery parameter. And in the laptops, there is Windows, Mac, or Linux we use. In the desktops, also we can use Windows, Mac, or Linux. In the workstation, also we can use Windows and Mac, or Mac or Linux. And if we talk about the tablet, then there are iOS and Android. So in the fifth parameter, we are going to talk about the security. So in Chromebooks, it's made from Linux kernel, so it's having a good security. And now talking moving on to the laptops, so you need a antivirus software if you are using a Windows inside it. And now about desktops, so desktops are also, if you are on Windows, if desktops are working operating on Windows, then they are also having a requirement of antivirus. And workstation also require antivirus if on Windows. And tablets, it's not applicable, as the OS is the only one which gives security to your computing device. Now the sixth one, gaming. So in Chromebook, we cannot play AAA games and high demanding application, as it's made for only light business purpose. And its OS is also very light, so it cannot do much hard work. So now if laptops, so there are a few specialized gaming laptops which we can take in use if we are in want of playing hardcore games and AAA games. Or we can also use some high demanding apps in the laptops too. So desktop, so they are second only to the workstation. They are having a high performance. We can play AAA games if you are having a gaming desktop, and we can use high demanding applications too. So now if we talk about the workstation in gaming, so it's having the highest performance. We can use any app, and we can play games with a good experience in it. And tablet, in if we talk about tablets, so they are just made for simple games like we play in our mobile, just not high level games, just simple games. And now if we move on to the seventh parameter, storage. So in the Chromebook, they are using eMMC chips. So in eMMC chips are the embedded multimedia chips instead of SSD or HDD. So eMMC chips are the smaller version of SSD and hard disk drive, we can say that. Now if we talk about the laptop, so it's using a hard disk drive or SSD, and usually ones. And there are some laptops which can take maximum two SSDs at the instead of the CD drive. And in desktop, so we can use multiple SSDs or hard disk drives in it. And there is a there is a difference in the models too, like I can add 4 to 8 drives in a normal desktop, and its size is generally standard, its design is generally standard. And in workstation, so they can also take more SSDs than the desktop also. So in the desktop, I've told you that they can take in 4 to 8 SSD drives. So then the workstation can take more than these kinds of two. And in tablets, there are eMMC, the embedded multimedia cards, and the micro SD cards we can use there. Now if we talk about the pricing, so Chromebooks are the budget laptops. They are not so expensive for a normal person. So now their pricing is cheap, and they are above just they are just above $200. And laptops are costlier than Chromebooks, desktops, and laptop and tablets, uh, because of their hardware inside them. And laptops are generally costlier than Chromebooks and desktops and tablets. So now if we talk about the desktop, so it's having a medium price, lower than the laptops and workstations. They are the costliest one. And tablets are the cheapest computing devices, as they can be they are so affordable, as their price is below $200 only. Now the ninth parameter, which is the performance. So in the Chromebook, they are using a Chrome OS, as I told you. So a Chrome OS is having low performance, but as it doesn't has much work to do, so it's having a fast responsiveness. And in laptops, the they are high performing laptops according to the model, but generally you can say that they are having a high performance. And in desktops, so they are having higher performance than the equivalent laptops, so they are having higher performance. And now if we move on to the workstations, so they are having the highest performance in all the kinds of computing devices. And the tablets, so they are having the lowest performance as the hardware is very less used inside it. Now moving on to the weight, so Chromebooks are very lightweight as the hardware is very less inside it, so it doesn't makes it bulky. Laptops are medium, and the old laptops, which the olden days the laptops were very heavy. Now the latest laptops are very slim, and they are very easy to carry, and their weight is also very less. Now if we talk about the desktops, the weight, so they are um, medium, having a medium weight, and they are just second only to workstation. They are also heavy, and workstations are the heaviest. They require a lot of space for having it, and they are the heaviest. We cannot carry it easily. And the tablet, they are lightest one. They are using the least hardware inside them, and that is why they are mobile and easy to carry. Now 11th point, which is the ease of carrying. So as I told you that Chromebooks are lightweight, so they are easy to carry anywhere as they are lightweight. And laptops, so they are medium. We can carry them around as according to the model. The latest ones are very slim. So desktops are very difficult to carry them around anywhere, and they are not mobile. So in the workstation, they are also immobile in general. We don't try to carry them anywhere. And the tablets are very easy as they are the lightest, having the lightest weight in all the kinds of the computing devices. And now if we talk about the 12th parameter, which is the scalability storage. So now we can scale a Chromebook up to the eMMC limits only. Uh, and the laptops, generally we are able to put one or two SSD drives only. In desktops, there are multiple SSD drives. We can put multiple SSD slots. There are many multiple SSD slots there are, and we can put uh, any drives inside it. And workstations, so they are also having multiple slots, and they are having more than the slots of the computer desktop, if we talk about the workstation. And now moving on to the tablet, so it is also having the storage scalability to up to eMMC limits only. Now the 13th parameter, which is the last parameter, is about the maintenance. So maintaining a Chromebook is difficult. um, Generally there is a need of a expert to change some part of component of a Chromebook, as it's very difficult for a layman or a non-technical person, we can say, for doing any changing any component of a Chromebook. And laptops, they are also difficult. So they we can just upgrade our SSDs and DRAMs easily. Like if we wanna upgrade any crucial SSDs and DRAMs, so we can easily upgrade them. uh, other than that, if we are in want other than that, the upgrading of if we want to upgrade the SSD DRAM, it's easy to upgrade. And other than that, if we want to upgrade any uh, important component like the motherboard, or if you want to change the keyboard of the laptop or screen, so it's very complicated task for a layman or a non-technical one to do that. So we are in want of a expert only for that. So in desktops, the maintenance is really easy, as it's having a CPU in it. If even when the desktop is several years old, then also it's very easy for you to change the mother even the motherboard of the desktop. and the external devices like keyboards and the monitor, so it's very easy, we can do it anyway if you wanna change it. And now moving on to the workstation, so they are also very easy like the desktop one, and not a tablet, so it's difficult, very difficult to change any component of a tablet. For that also we are in want of an expert to change any component of a tablet. And also in the Chromebooks there also need of uh, technical person or expert of these kinds of works. So basically these three categories, the Chromebooks, the laptops and the tablets, in these three the maintenance is very difficult for a layman to do. So now in this slide I'm going to give you a conclusion of the previous slides, and I explained about the which various kinds of computing devices and which and comparison of the all the computing devices. So in this slide I'm going to give you a conclusion about which computing device fits you the best and which you should buy. Now let's suppose that you are a top shot or a student, you are a CEO, imagine you are a CEO, then um, you are there generally you are in want of just approving emails or rejecting emails and taking online meetings and general browsing for students and taking courses online. So these all kinds of tasks are based on the internet only. So these kinds of tasks can be done on a Chromebook. So a Chromebook is a good computing devices for doing these kinds of tasks, general tasks. And let's suppose that you are a salesperson now. So a salesperson has to make presentations, work on MS Office, like you have to make documents on Word, making Excel sheets so that your customer for your customers. So now for that kind of purpose, a laptop is sufficient for you. There is no need for a desktop. Now if you are a beginner coder, then you can get a better experience in the desktops when compared to the laptops, and in the workstation you will get the best experience of the coding, and all the high demanding applications and other the hardcore gaming and can be done in the desktops and the workstation only. And the tablets, if you move on to the tablets, so they are the lowest performing computing devices, one of the lowest performing computing devices. um, they are not easy to maintain also, and they are just used by generally kids for taking photos and browsing photos, general browsing on internet, and on social media we can also use that, and for simple games. Now if I talk about maintenance of the computing devices, so now the easiest maintenance is of the desktops and the workstations, as they are having much more space than the laptops and the tablets and the Chromebooks. So it's very easy for us to upgrade any laptop, desktop, or workstation, even if they are several years ago. If even if their ages of several years, and it's very easy for you. Even if you want to change the motherboard, you are just in need a requirement of watching a video and tightening and opening screws and tightening screws, and you can change anything which you want in the desktop. And in the Chromebooks and the laptops and the tablets, it's very difficult for you to upgrade anything, to change anything in the Chromebooks, as it's very difficult for a layman, as it's not having much hardware used inside and not much space. So for that also you are in need of a technical person and or expert. In laptops you can just upgrade your SSDs or HDDs or HDDs, and you can also upgrade the DRAMs of your laptop. But other than that, if you are in want of upgrading any other thing like the screen or the keyboard, or if you are in want of changing the motherboard of your laptop or the processor, so it's very difficult for you to if you are a layman, so it's very difficult for you to change anything like that in laptop. and the same thing happens in the tablet. So in the tablet the least hardware is used. So this is the reason why it is very difficult to maintain a laptop, sorry, a tablet. Now if you talk about the carriage, so if you are a salesperson, so you go to many customer sites for doing customer deals with customers. So for that you need a computing device which is easy to carry around. And for that purpose a laptop is the best. There is no need for a desktop as it's immobile, and you can use a normal laptop. And for a salesperson, and the carriage of the Chromebooks and the tablets are also very easy. And the carriage of the desktop and the workstation are very difficult for you as they're immobile. At last, I would like to thank you for watching my video, and now I'm sure that you are now able to find a computing device which fits you the best. And according to the 13 parameters, you can distinguish by getting a reference for my table which I used in my video. So thanks for watching my video, and if you liked my channel, kindly smash the subscribe button below and hit the bell icon also. Like, share and comment to my video. Thanks.